So to my mind, if I break it into three parts, the introduction, it's very important to first understand and define wealth for yourself. Before you get into managing it, the definition of it, to my mind, is very critical to establish. And it could be different for different individuals. Wealth is anything which is precious to me, right? Now, women and wealth, probably women could be the wealth of the world, right? So the point I'm trying to make is if you establish what is wealth, then comes the next step of trying to see what are the attributes a woman has which a man doesn't. To my mind, women have 3-4 very crucial attributes which are required for any kind of management. They're far better at managing things. So management to a man is very transactional. Okay, he says, I have this amount of money, I have to invest, and then he moves on. Management, in any academician's language, has four steps: objective definition, strategy, implementation of strategy, and monitoring. A woman would understand and appreciate this more than a man would. So that's one key attribute which women have as an edge over the men. The second attribute is they're far more composed and they're not as impulsive as men would be. And I think that comes with having met a lot of men and women who have wealth in equal quantums maybe, but you would see that a lady is far more composed and not as impulsive, doesn't get excited too much, tries to look at the flip side. So that's one attribute which women exclusively actually have. The third most important attribute, which I think is a key ingredient to be good at money, is patience. Patience is far more, if that could be measured, then I think men would be at 1 and women would be on a scale of 10, would be at 10. So if patience and long-term thinking, men can't think beyond a couple of months. And my wife asked me, what would you do if I'm dead? Women can actually think, not me dead, they can think beyond their lives. On the contrary, if I speak to a man, Firdaus, tell me what would you get me in the next 6 months? It's so difficult for me to help him visualize 2 years hence, and women actually say, okay, if I'm not there, who'd take care of my child? Well, that's like extremes, so that's the third. So there are enough attributes which women have, which can actually make them far better pros in managing their own money. Now the third problem, why isn't that happening? It is not happening because men conveniently have intimidated women on this subject by making it far more complex than it deserves to be. Unfortunately or fortunately, finance is far more complex. To establish relevance of an expert, you generally use jargon to intimidate the other person so that he settles that, okay, this guy must be knowing it. So let me give him his money. So if you went as an advisor with a different tangent, saying that I would rather manage a person's money by not impressing him, but making him understand, then the capability of managing for women to understand is far more. Now, if I give you examples of how simple finance is, it's just a couple of hours job if you understood what are the 10-15 things which form the rock or the foundation of building a wealth management proposition for one individual. So I would break it into wealth, defining wealth and thinking and reflecting back is critical, and then trying to see what are the attributes you have and what are the problems you have. If you address the problem, maybe you would be significantly better than the man in the house or anybody for that matter. So.